Hello there. As we all know, the new British Prime Minister has formed his government. The occupation of the Interior Ministry or the Home Ministry is sometimes sharply criticized. Only sometimes. The new British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak has drawn criticism for the appointment of Home Secretary Suella Braverman, who recently left the office for breaking the rules. Top Cabinet Office official Simon Case was angry. That's what the Times reported on Wednesday, citing inside sources. The deputy leader of the opposition Labour Party, Angela Rayner, also criticised. The new Prime Minister is putting his party leadership above government in the national interest, even if he's hiring a Home Secretary who only had to resign last week for breaching security rules. And the Liberal Democrats called for an independent investigation into the appointment of Braverman. Sunak defended the controversial personnel in Parliament. Braverman has recognised her mistakes, has resigned, and is therefore now part of a new government of unity and humility, said the Prime Minister on Wednesday at his first PMQs in the British House of Commons. But he's a traditionalist. He didn't answer questions really there. The newly appointed British Prime Minister promised on Tuesday afternoon outside 10 Downing Street that he would unite the country and the party, but the very next day, Westminster was already rumbling again. Inaugurations make beautiful pictures, especially in Great Britain, but they also entail difficult decisions, as Sunak himself put it in his inaugural speech. One of them, as I said, will probably have been the occupation of the Ministry of Interior. Sunak is reinstating Braverman. And seriously, how can you do this? The woman was forced to resign because she sent secret information from a private mail account. And now she's back in that office. And I really understand Starmer, especially because of his former job, that is an absolute no-go for a Home Secretary. The Secretary of State James Cleverly had to defend the appointment on Sky News, where a journalist asked if the talent and shortage in the Conservative rank is such today that Suella Braverman is really the only person who can do the job as Home Secretary. At the request of the largest opposition party, Labour, Braverman was due to comment on her temporary resignation in Parliament on Wednesday. Labour is also, like the Liberal Democrats I mentioned before, calling for an independent inquiry into the appointment. Braverman resigned from the cabinet just the day before Sunak's predecessor Liz Truss resigned, after, as I said, she forwarded an official document using her private email address, and that's contrary to ministerial rules. Braverman, from the party's right wing, represents an extremely hard line on immigration policy. The fact that Sunak has now brought the politician into his cabinet is seen as a concession to the right-wing fringe of the party. It's also rumoured that Braverman may have made the post a condition for her support of Sunak in the Downing Street race. The fact that the right wing of the party backed Sunak over the weekend ended Boris Johnson's prospects of a comeback as Prime Minister. And after taking office, Sunak pledged to lead the government with integrity and humility. And seriously, I do not see that happening. You can put a new driver on the bus, but if the whole crew is the same and they just switch seats, it will still never arrive where it's supposed to be. I'll see you in my next video. I'll be back.